Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's good to have you back on the channel, and hopefully this video will be exciting and engaging for you. In this video, we're going to be looking at Google's AI model, Gemini, and how Gemini Pro can be used on the Google AI Studio, what it can do, just to give you a preview. So Google introduced Gemini last year, about December, and they say that it's their largest and most capable AI model so far. And truly, what they say about Gemini is that it is multimodal right from the start, meaning it can interact with a lot of different forms of media, generate a lot of different forms of media, and do it together, meaning it can generate text and images together, text and videos together, probably different kinds of images along with your text. We saw that in our previous video in Google Bard, where it could generate images along with text. I'll drop a link for that in the description. But if we truly look at what Google says, Google has said that this is one of those models which has next gen capabilities. They've said that so far with models that have been developed, they're not natively multimodal. They have been made multimodal at a later point in time, but Gemini has been developed to be natively multimodal, right? It's been pre-trained on different forms of media right from the onset, which is what makes it very effective. They also say that it can do a lot of sophisticated reasoning, meaning it can make sense of very complex things and give you replies and solutions to those complex queries. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at Google AI Studio. So Google AI Studio allows you to try Gemini Pro and Gemini Pro Vision. We're going to look at both of them. You can put in different prompts, you can put in different images, ask questions, and get responses. So let's go straight forward to that and see what it can do. So this is the Google AI Studio. I've logged in beforehand. I've just set the environment. There's nothing much you have to do. Once you log in, it'll bring you straight to this page. Here on the right hand side, as you can see, under the run settings, you have two models that you can choose from. One is the Gemini Pro, which is the text to text kind of model, and you have the Gemini Pro Vision, which is basically the text to image, or rather it's more of understanding the images and giving you responses in text, right? So it's a image understanding model, not a text to image, as I said earlier. Now we're going to try the Pro first, which is the text to text, and then we'll go ahead and try the Pro Vision, see what it can do as well. So first and foremost, if you have used any other AI tools like ChatGPT or Hugging Text or Bing Chat, this is mostly what you would do with those as well, right? So we're not going to do something very, very complex right off the bat, because I just want to give you an idea in this video. We'll do a lot more complex things in the next video, but let's start off with something simple, right? So I want Gemini to explain a complex topic in a very simple manner. So I'm going to say, explain the concept of black holes to a 9-year-old. And then I click run here at the bottom. So as you see right in front of your question, once you click on run, it's giving you a response. It's saying that imagine a big giant star, many, many times bigger than our sun. When the star gets very old, so on and so forth. It gives you an analogy here, which is very cool. It says, it's like a vacuum cleaner in space. It sucks up everything that comes too close to it. So 9-year-olds can definitely understand this as an analogy and try to make sense of it. Now, if you want to keep it, you can accept the answer, else you can delete the answer if you don't like it as well. Now, one of the cool things that you can also do here is you can put down a variable. So let's say, for example, I'm saying explain the concept of, and then I put a variable here in double brackets, double curly braces. And let's say the name of the variable is concept. All right. So the moment you put it in double curly braces, it understands that it's a variable and it opens up this test your prompt box at the bottom as you see here. Now here, what you can do is you can put multiple inputs to the variable. So I can say black holes. I can add another text example and say galaxy, probably smartphone. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give in different inputs and I'm trying to get responses for all my different inputs and see and compare the kind of results that it's able to give out. So here, if you see now, you can see there's run 3 test samples. So I can click on run and it's going to evaluate the input and it's going to give you the response to all the 3 inputs that we have given to it. So again, here it gives you, black holes. I didn't realize I put the incorrect spelling, but it still understands that. Then in relation to galaxy, it gives you a good output. In relation to smartphone, it tells you what a smartphone is as if it's explaining it to a 9-year-old. So this is its capability to generate, multiple responses to inputs that are provided, and you can stretch its limits and you can see what it can do. Here on the AI Studio, you can key in more complex queries. You can start a conversation if you want with Gemini Pro as well. And you'll have a fun time playing around with it, right? It's a playground. So please go ahead and try it out and let me know in the comments what you did and what kind of outputs you got as well. Now, what we'll move on to is the provision, right? So provision, as I mentioned earlier, it's the image understanding model of Gemini. So here, what you ideally need to do is you need to basically use an image. And what I have in this case is I have a couple of images that I've uploaded earlier. You also have a lot of images that Google has themselves put up, which you can use as well if you need to. For example, if we start off with a simple one like this, just click on it, say I want to add this to the prompt, it'll add the image to the prompt, and then you can say, describe this image, and you can run it, and it's studying the image and it'll give you a response once it studied the image, right? So it doesn't take very long. It's quite fast as well. So it says this is a panda that is eating bamboo. It's black and white with a round face and fluffy ears. It's sitting on a branch in a tree. Not sure how it made that out really. And it says the background is blurred, right? So it's able to give you some response to it. Maybe not everything is factually correct or not everything is correct, in which case you can delete the response and ask for a new response again. Now what I've also done is, this was probably a much more simpler image. I've uploaded an image that's a little more complex. So this is the Gartner radar chart of various emerging technologies in 2023. And what I want is based on this particular chart or this particular image, I'm going to ask a question. So what are the key trends to look out for based on the image? So let's try to see whether it's smart enough to give us a response, smart enough to understand the image and tell us what it's about. So here it says the key trends to look out for are generative AI, digital twins, synthetic data, and it's given probably 25 different trends, and it's probably picked that all from this image. Let's try to probably give a more smarter prompt and see what it can give us, right? Um, let's ask Gemini Pro Vision, what is this image about? And can you summarize three major emerging technologies that industries will adopt, or should adopt rather? And then I click on run. Let's see whether it's smart enough to understand the image and give us some response. So it says the image is a garden hype cycle, which is a graphical representation. The hype cycle is divided into, and then unfortunately it doesn't give us anything. I'd faced this earlier as well, so sometimes it just um, doesn't complete the response due to some reason. Let's change the prompt and say, what are the important things to look out for based on the image. So, understand that even with models like Gemini Pro Vision, which are, developed by Google, there are still obviously some gaps that are being addressed. So in this case, once I refined my prompt and gave it a little better prompt, it's able to give you more details. So here I've said, what are the important things to look out for based on the image? So it says that this is a Gartner hype cycle, so on and so forth. How is the image plotted? How are the technologies plotted on the image? And it says the technologies are divided into 4 quadrants, and the important ones to look out for are those in the innovation trigger and peak of inflated expectation quadrants. So it's able to give us some insight based on the image, and obviously the impressive thing is that it's able to read and understand the image. So very quickly, let's just try out one more. This time I've put a little more fun one. So this one is based on football. So all you football fans out there will recognize this image. Now let's see what it's able to do when I put a prompt, like, what is happening in this image, right? So it's very simple prompt, very simple question that I've asked. I've just asked it to tell me what's happening. It says Cristiano Ronaldo celebrating after scoring a goal for Manchester United, right? Which is what it seems like as well. Let me ask further, who is Manchester United playing? So it says they are playing against Tottenham Hotspur. So maybe that's right, maybe it's not. I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments whether it's right or wrong. But it's able to infer from the image and related information that it can gather what who is the team they're playing against. Um, who are the teammates depicted in the image? Please consider those in the image only. So I'm trying to push it a bit further and ask, who are the people in the image, whether you can recognize them. So it says Cristiano Ronaldo is celebrating after scoring a goal. Manchester United is playing against Tottenham Hotspur. It's just repeating the answers there, and it says the teammates depicted in the image, they are Jadon Sancho, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, Alex Telles. So it's able to recognize people. It's able to tell you who those people are. It may not all be correct 100%, but it's able to kind of push itself to get there, and I'm sure that this will be refined over time. So the best part about it is you can try to throw in as many complex images as you want, try to squeeze a response out of it. Keep asking it questions to dig deeper into what the image is, what it can infer, what more information it can give you. That leads on to a series of questions, and you're now talking about an image in the form of a conversation. So that's a very good thing, and I'm sure that this will just improve over time. Now, the best part is you can use this in your codes as well if you're building an application or you just want to try it out. I'm going to create another video and you'll be seeing that very soon, how to use Gemini Pro and Vision in your Python codes. How do you feed it an image? How do you chat with it? And we'll try to see how developers could then make use of it even further. But if you are a user of various AI tools, then this is one you can probably explore as well. Try out different things. Let me know in the comments what you've tried out. What do you think about Gemini Pro, whether you like it, whether you want to stick to some other AI tool. Obviously, everybody will have the tools that they have used, uh, and they would prefer that. But it's obviously good to explore. So let me know what you think. That's it for this video. Hopefully, this is something new. This is something that you will explore and you have liked the video. If you have, don't forget to like, subscribe, and do share it with your friends and colleagues who are a big fan of AI and what it can do. Right? I'll see you in the next episode. So till then, stay safe and keep learning.